Hello YouTube, Ethan here back, another kicking comic book collection update. Yeah, I have a ton of stuff. It's been a while. It really has. But got a lot of good stuff this time. I need to bag and board my stuff. I have the bags and boards, I just gotta get around to doing it. I just finished reading all this so I could do this. So some of them are a little fuzzy in my memory because it's been a while with some of these, but whatever. Anyways, first up, the Superior Spider-Man number 31, which is the series finale. Peter Parker has returned. Thank goodness. I loved Superior. It was a good run, but I wouldn't want Doc Ock to be Spider-Man forever. I needed my Peter Parker back. I love him. Love him, love him, love him. Everyone loves him. Saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on Free Comic Book Day. It had its flaws, but overall, really enjoyed it. It was a good movie. But yeah, Superior Spider-Man, really cool. I felt it ended better than it began, so that's a good thing. Really, just really neat, and I can't wait to see where it's going because we're going to be getting Silk and have a little stuff going on with Black Cat, and wow, I'm just really ready. Everything that's happening looks great. You got some Electro action going on, probably influenced by the new movie, but we'll see what happens. And then Batman, Zero Year number 30, and this begins the third and final act of Zero Year. It's really good, but I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready for more stuff to happen. Of course, you know, I'm going to have to get Batman Eternal. I'm not following it because it's weekly and I can't afford that, but when the graphic novel comes out, definitely getting that for sure, especially since, you know, one of these is a prequel issue for it. But this was actually really cool. Batman returned to Gotham, fight Riddler and etc. Really cool. Really loving everything Scott Snyder does. And then I got Green Lantern, the Sinestro Corps War. Really good. I've been wanting to read this for at least a year. Well, longer than that, but this specific story for at least a year because I'm trying to read all of Jeff Johns' run on Green Lantern. But it was really good. Love seeing Ion and stuff in there. We had some really cool stuff going on with Superboy Prime, Cyborg Superman, and the Anti-Monitor all fighting together with the powers of Yellow Lanterns, which is so ungodly overpowered. But yeah, Lanterns figured it out in the end. Green Lanterns are obviously victorious for the most part. Really, really great story. You can get them in part 1 and part 2 graphic novel, like volumes, if you don't want to get the big one. And then Batman Superman number 9, which is First Contact Part 3. Oddly enough, Part 4 came out way before Part 3. Or at least that's what I hear. It was on my comic book app for sale digitally. It was available. So it's like Part 4 came out before Part 3. I don't really understand that. Or maybe my comic app was just wrong. I don't know. I did have to order the issue. I hear it's on its way, but I'm pretty sure it's already out. Yeah, I had to order the issue. I couldn't find it anywhere, which I guess is fine because I had to read this first anyways. Once again, I'm a little more used to the art now, so I can totally understand what's going on now. But, you know, Superman, I don't really like how he's portrayed in this series. I don't know. I like the relationship he and Batman have where they think the other is kind of doing things wrong, but they know their intentions are pure and that they can trust the other for the most part. I kind of like that relationship because when they're total buddies or totally against each other, I don't like it because neither one of those seems plausible. But this one where they're sort of kind of unsure about each other, it's much better. Still, though, don't really like the portrayal of Superman in this comic. A lot could be said for the portrayal of Superman in New 52, but just talking about this comic specifically, I think he could be a little more hopeful. He doesn't really inspire, especially in this issue. And then My Little Pony Friends Forever number 4. This was a good issue, not the best, but I enjoyed it. You know, had a little creature, Twilight, Shining Armor for the team up. Neat enough. I enjoyed it. Neat little comic. There Have Been Better Friends Forever. Issue 2 is still the best issue so far, but it was pretty good. And then here we have Godzilla Rules of Earth number 11, which I think I'm going to rebag and board because this one's kind of old and nasty. But Godzilla versus all different sea monsters and Destroya and all kinds of stuff going on. This is a really great series. I hope it doesn't end after issue 12. I really hope it doesn't because they were talking about ending it after issue 12. Unless, you know, it did well enough. And hopefully it's been doing well enough because I really don't want it to end. This is the best thing Godzilla-wise that's come out of IDW, and I really want it to continue. I'm really loving it. Great series. Matt Frank is doing a great job on art, and the writers are doing an equally fantastic job. And then Justice League Volume 4, The Grid. Decided to get this instead of Trinity War. One, because the first few issues wouldn't have been in the Trinity War big graphic novel. At least I don't think they would have been. And I have read Trinity War and all the tie-ins, so I understand what happened. And I was planning on getting the Trinity War graphic novel, but maybe when it's on paperback if I can get it on sale or something. But this, for the most part, explains that. It has some Trigon stuff at the beginning, and, you know, their little recruitment meeting and stuff. And they got Firestorm, Element Woman, and the Atom, who, spoiler alert, which it shouldn't be a spoiler alert by now because it's been quite a long time, the Atom betrays them. She's Atomica from Earth 3, lets the crime syndicate in, etc. Forever evil. But it's good. It skips a lot. It's got the beginning of Trinity War in it and the end of Trinity War in it. So there's that. But yeah, hardcover, because I don't want to wait for soft covers, paperbacks. But good enough. I understood what happened, so all fine. And then my Free Comic Book Day stuff. I know you guys are wondering where this was because I hopefully put Free Comic Book Day in the title. But yeah, I got this Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic, which was honestly better than I expected it to be. I expected it to be more like the current Power Rangers shows, but it's actually a lot like the original show. It's written like it's right out of the original show. Who knows? It might be a story out of the original show. I haven't watched it all the way through. What can I say? Sorry. But, yeah, it's a good comic. I really enjoyed this comic. I thought it was great. I really did. And it encourages collecting, which is awesome. So that's pretty cool. But I really enjoyed this little free comic. Another free comic, Transformers Regenerator 1, which I believe was a free comic from last year that just got, you know, put back up on the shelf, because there were some of that little Infinity prequel things on the shelf, and I know that's from last year because I read that and I read Infinity. So, but this was actually really good. I'm not that into Transformers, but Transformers has really matured. It's really awesome. Lately, I've been I watched a friend play through Fall of Cybertron. I'm the kind of guy that just likes to watch video games be played. I'm not really one who plays video games. I just like to enjoy the story. So, whatever. But yeah, you know, it's a cool little it's a cool book. It's a really cool book. Explained a lot of stuff for me too, since I'm not a big Transformers guy. But yeah, I recommend reading it. And then Epic. I got this just because it looked like a cool little superhero thing. Turns out, this is a really great issue. I might have to pick up the trades for this. It was really good. Epic kind of reminds me of Peter Parker. Can't remember his civilian name. But he's really cool. Yeah, you see here, those ladies are taking a picture of him and he's trying to hold off whatever his name was. It's a T-Rex gorilla. T-Kong, I think. I don't know. And he says, seriously, ladies, not helping? Girls are his weakness. Which is pretty cool, I have to say. He's, girls are his weakness. It's kind of funny, actually. Because he's just a 16-year-old teenager. So, like, when he gets, dare I say, aroused, he kind of falls out of the sky. Pretty crazy. But I really loved it. I'm definitely going to pick up the trades for this if I ever see them. Really, really cool. It says pilot issue free. I don't know if this is an older comic or one of the newer free comics. But it's really cool. I mean, it's really, really cool. I love this. Looking for a date. It says 2014, so I'm guessing this year. Really awesome. Loved it. And then Iron Fist, The Living Weapon. Haven't read this one yet. Only thing in the stack I haven't read. It's just got a bunch of little previews. I pick these up every now and then. I'll get to these eventually. Definitely going to want to read that Silver Surfer thing there. But, yeah, just a few previews. And then The Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is a huge issue. You know, it cost me like $6. But Amazing Spider-Man #1, Return to Peter Parker, and etc. And has all that stuff. And a lot of drama going on with his life as he's trying to remember what Doc Ock did and figure everything out, fix everything up. Really insane. There's a lot of little mini comics in the back, like some little side stories about what's happening. And then the full issue of Inhuman #1 is also in the back, which is insane. So I guess it's worth the money. Well, it was definitely worth the money, but I guess, size-wise. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, excuse me. And then My Little Pony Friendship is Magic #18. Yeah, the current story arc is based off of Fringe, if anyone watched Fringe. Really cool. I love Fringe, and I love this comic. The comics are way better than the show, by the way. I'm not saying that as like a hipster type thing, because I'm not like, oh, the comics are so good. I don't even need to watch the show because the comics are so good. No, I mean, like, if I could watch the show, I would, but it's a really good comic. It's a really, really good comic. Now, I highly recommend reading it. Yeah, King Sombra, too. Alternate dimension baddies and all kinds of awesome stuff. And then Batman and Robin. Yeah, I got a lot of older issues of stuff, too, because Free Comic Book Day, there were 50-cent boxes of comics. Yeah, so I got this for 50 cents. This issue of Batman and Robin that has two Batmen in it, Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. Also, Bruce Wayne sees that Damian has become Robin. Grant Morrison's a good guy. I like him. But yeah, really cool. And in the end, Bruce Wayne creates Batman Incorporated. Pretty awesome. So this is how Batman Incorporated came about in this issue. Really glad I picked it up. Yeah, I picked it up per comic shop recommendation. And then retroactive 1990s Batman. This isn't actually from the 1990s. This issue came out shortly before the New 52. It's a one-shot. Also got it for 50 cents. It was $5 when it came out. It's pretty thick. It's got kind of this 90s-esque story in the front. And in the back, this issue called Trash, it was fantastic. Fantastic. I loved it. Loved it. It was brilliant. A great, just short little Batman tale. Fantastic. Wow. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. And then the Sentry, that's this little Marvel Knights thing. I picked this up because I was wanting a Sentry comic and it had Spider-Man on it. Who doesn't love Spider-Man? He's my favorite hero, so. Even though DC's my favorite comic universe, which is so weird. But the Sentry, slowly becoming much cooler in my eyes. Well, he's awesome. He's super cool. He's so underrated. He deserves a movie. I'd go see a Sentry movie. But I want to read this whole story arc because it sounds fantastic. If I could have found more issues of this, I would have got it, but I couldn't, so I didn't. It was really awesome, so that's tight. I also picked up the complete Spider Island Spider-Girl miniseries. It was originally $9. I got it 50% off, which was awesome. But yeah, I got the complete series. And you can read it without having to read Spider Island, which is the great part, because it explains you need to know 2 facts about Spider Island to read this. 1, that people get spider powers, just random people in New York get spider powers, and 2, that they turn into spiders eventually, like spider monsters. All you really got to know. Everything is explained to you. It's fantastic how they made this and you didn't have to read Spider Island to understand it. Really awesome. But yeah, I've been wanting to read more stuff with Spider-Girl in it. I really have been. I really want her Marvel Legend now too, but I can only find Black Cat. Not to say I don't love my Black Cat figure, but still, I do want a Spider-Girl. But yeah, it was really cool. She's fighting that Wasp clan because she's part of a spider clan. That's how she originally got her powers. Kingpin has his spider powers from Spider Island. And she actually teams up with him, and they come to kind of like an understanding. And they both eventually end up beating the schnoz out of the Hobgoblin, who's really awesome. But yeah, kind of need her figure now. Really badly, actually. Amazon has one for like $20. I should go pick that up. I got that Prime, so I got that free shipping. And then Earth 2 Volume 3 Battle Cry. Hooray! Yeah. Really cool. We got our new Batman, who doesn't seem to shy away from killing so far. I've seen him do some killing in this. But in here, they waged war against Steppenwolf. Ultimately, they lost. But spoiler alert, in the end, Steppenwolf is killed by an evil Superman who shouts, "For Darkseid!" Still don't know what that's about yet. I knew that was coming because it's everywhere, and it's part of First Contact. Just to say, the Batman, Superman, and Huntress Power Girl little crossover event. But yeah, so we have a new Wonder Woman who's evil, a new Superman who's evil, and a new Batman who doesn't seem to be evil, but does seem to be a little, I don't want to say homicidal, but less forgiving, I suppose. But yeah, and I really enjoyed it. That was a good read. I'm liking Earth 2. I miss the Justice Society, but this Justice Society will hold me over, I guess. So, yeah, let's recap. Earth 2, Volume 3. Spider Island, Spider-Girl number 3. Spider Island, Spider-Girl number 2. Spider Island, Spider-Girl number 1. The Sentry number 3. Retroactive 1990s Batman one-shot. Batman and Robin number 16. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic number 18. The Amazing Spider-Man number 1. And of course the Marvel Now previews. Epic number 0. Transformers Regeneration 1, which I think is 80.5. The Transformers is 80.5. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, little one shot here. If they made an ongoing series, I would feel obligated to pick up the trades. Probably couldn't afford to get the issues, but I might pick up that number 1 or a variant here and there or something. Justice League Volume 4 The Grid, aka really short Trinity War. Godzilla Rulers of Earth number 11. My Little Pony Friends Forever number 4. Batman and Superman number 9. First Contact Part 3. Green Lantern The Sinestro Corps Wars. Batman 0 Year Final Act, which is issue 30 by the way. And Superior Spider-Man number 31 series finale. So yeah, that's it you guys. Please tell me what you thought of these comics. If you read any of them, in the link in the description below, I would love to know. Also, you can make video responses to your comic book collection updates. I'd be more than willing to watch them, especially the more recent ones. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. You got links to Facebook, Twitter. We'll follow you back on Twitter after we get past our follow cap. We're already past our follow cap, technically. We need more followers before we can follow people back. So if you want us to follow you back, help us get more followers, please. And I'm sure they'll follow you. Our new followers, you can work out a little something something. But yeah, also links to my other channels. Got Super Friends Benefits, which is a gaming channel. Also Godzilla and Gigan. We do action figure reviews over there. Really cool. Got DC, Godzilla, Ultraman, Marvel. All kinds of stuff over there, you guys. You'll love it. I guarantee. Also, The Slender Happening, which is our horror drama suspense channel. A pretty big project we're working on. You should check that out as well. Really intense. And, that's it, I guess. You check out the Fake Flip podcast. We talk about comics on there every once in a while. Really, really awesome. Hosting that with me is fellow YouTuber Cordicon. You can check out his channel. He does lots of cool action figure and stuff and etc. He also has other channels like Figla and Honest Break. Check those out. And, that's really it. Alright, I think I'm going to go work on a new series. And I'll see you all later.